So that challenge, a successful one. On first down, it's Lamb, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play fake, Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. But man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Mills on 4th down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down throw for Mills. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. I saw the pressure coming at him. That just was problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Lamb. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. An inside give to Jones. And some space here. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So instead of trying to get 1 point closer, they roll the dice on the fake and come up with 2. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Charger drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Cooks will come in motion right. They'll start out on the ground with Jones to about the 33-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Mills. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Odell Beckham, 67 yards. And the Texans strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action now, Mills. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. They'll go again to Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Lamb, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluokun.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, it's Lamb. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 85 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On first and 10, Herbert. He finds his man complete. That's Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The end result, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Up the middle they go. Lamb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and it...
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Chargers have regained the lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 21, Texans 18.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Second down, it's Jones. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In motion left is Beckham. Mills. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. On first down, it's Lamb. And he's got room. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Rosas good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll run on first down. Lamb, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. A beautiful fake.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Herbert. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Lamb. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead in this first half. Rosas good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert going deep here for Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Mills. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Mills. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Mills to throw for it on 4th. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cooks will come in motion right. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mills to throw it. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 4th down, Mills. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to air one out. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. When we hit the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got him not pinned down.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Bo Melton from 17 yards out. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. touchdown. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 157 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Herbert on first down now. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'm being given much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told... And now here's another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try to knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Mills on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Throwing on second and long. Mills. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Mills, fourth down, gotta have it. Crossing route complete, catch made by Cooks. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Charger drive about to get going. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. To throw again on second down. Herbert, the quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On third down, Lamb. And some room to maneuver. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. From 8 yards out. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming. And, my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
On first down, it's Lamb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run the counter. Lamb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, partner, under the lights in prime time.